Have you bought anything ever from Amazon? I'm sure you must have really bought. So were you able to track how the product is getting delivered to you? How it is moving from the warehouse to the intermediate city, then to your city? I'm sure you must have tracked. And how was the experience? I'm sure you must have felt really great when you received the product finally at your end. In today's video, we will discuss something similar to that, but with reference to the nation. We are going to discuss about the National Logistics Policy. If you like such interesting topics, please do subscribe to us. So in this video, we will discuss about what is NLP, why it is required, how it will work, leads survey, and then finally what will be the benefit for you. So now what is National Logistics Policy? National Logistics Policy is the policy for the nation. As you know, India has a federal structure of the government. There is a central government and then we have different states. States and center, they both work in conjunction to bring out the best for the nation. Similarly, for the National Logistics Policy, we have the state and the center which are going to work in conjunction with each other. Now, why do we need it? Let us try to understand from the same example from Amazon. For example, if you receive a product for 100 rupees and now you are able to receive the same product for 96 rupees. So this is the benefit for you. In the National Logistics Policy, the effort is to reduce the total logistics as a percentage of GDP. Some of you might not know what is GDP. So GDP is gross domestic product. This is the sum total of all the products and services being produced in a particular country. So whenever these products are delivered to you, there is a certain logistics cost, the transportation cost associated with it. The effort in the National Logistics Policy is to bring down this cost. To understand this, we would also need to know what is the logistics cost as a percent of GDP for nations like China, USA and India. This will help us in understanding better why do we need this policy. For China, the percentage is 14%. For India, it is close to some 13%. For USA, it is closer to 8%. This is the table here. You can have a look at it. Also, all these nations like Germany, France, Italy have percentage of logistics in terms of GDP as something closer to 8%. India is trying to target that percentage so that we are able to pass on this benefit to the customers, and India is also able to become more competitive in the international market. So to understand this, we need to know what are the different components for the National Logistics Policy. We have ports, we have the road transport companies, we have the air transport also. The National Logistics Policy is going to have an integrated approach for all these three. Now let us try to understand this with the help of an example for road transport. Let us try to understand this with the help of an example for road transportation. There is a company, let us name that company A, and there is another company B. Both of these companies are into road transportation. But there is no connection between these two companies, that one company does not know what is the transportation carried by the other company. In the National Logistics Policy, there will be a platform with the help of which you will be able to know what is the capacity which is available with the other company. So basically the company A will be able to know what is the capacity which might be available with company B, and similarly across all the different companies they will be able to know what are the free capacities which are available. So this will bring in the synergies of the different ecosystem, and they'll be able to work in conjunction with each other. And all this information is supposed to be available real time so that there is an integrated platform which is able to deliver all the information to all the stakeholders. With the help of this, India tries to reduce the logistics cost by approximately 4%, because currently we are at 13%, and something like 4 to 5% we are trying to target for the reduction. Now there is also one more interesting concept in this, leads survey. To understand lead survey, we can also understand the concept of competitive federalism. So as told earlier in the video, states have certain guidelines, certain rules, certain scope on which they can work. Center have their own responsibility, their own scope on which they can make laws and they can work. So to bring both of these together, and there has to be a continuous feedback loop between state and center, so that both of them work in tandem. This is called competitive federalism. In the National Logistics Policies Leads Survey, all the states will be asked certain questions based on different criteria and different parameters, and then they will be ranked. So this will bring out the competitiveness within the states, and this will help us improve the logistics part within the country. As we already know that competition always brings out the best in all of us. Now coming to the point, what is the benefit for you? The benefit for you is that you will be able to get this at a reduced price, and as a nation we will be able to become more competitive in the international market as well. Can you imagine what will it be to compete with the likes of the companies which are there in Europe and USA, and this will help the overall economy of the nation. So this brings us to the end of the video. I hope you really like this video. Please do subscribe to us. Thank you very much.